Hello everyone and welcome to today's game. I'm doing a Strat-o-Matic Baseball Cards and Dice Advanced Replay of the 1968 Detroit Tigers. A team that's kind of special to me. They won the World Series when I was 10 years old, ignited a passion for baseball that stuck with me through my life. The replay couldn't have gone any better than what it has at this point. The replay Tigers are 106-46 through 152 games. So they've been phenomenal as far as the win-loss record. Much like their counterparts in 1968, the real deal. Come from behind team. They've been able to win games that they were out of, hold on to games that they were into. They've had just one walk-off loss this year in Strat-o-Matic, so that's pretty amazing. 12 overtime games, 13 now. They've won all but 2. And as a preamble to this game, we'll go over how this is the third game of the set against New York at Detroit. It's game 153 of this season, as I said. So just a few games left, 10 games exactly to finish out the season and move on to the World Series. Today's game, the reason I want to record this, it's Denny McLain. He's going for his 24th victory against Mel Stottelmyre. And Mel Stottelmyre in 1968, he was a beast as well. First 2 games against the replay Tigers, he shut them out. First time on 4 hits, second time on just 2 hits. The Tigers bested him the next couple of times out. 3-2 win against Mel, late inning RBI single by pinch hitter Gates Brown, put that game in the win column. And then another late inning rally by the Tigers, this time a pinch hit grand slam by Gates that put that one in the win column. So Mel's 1-2, lost 2 against the replay Tigers, and Denny, in this last game that Mel started, the one that he lost in the walk-off fashion with a grand slam, that was Denny's 20th win of the year. So unlike the 31 that he won in actual 1968 in actual baseball, he's not going to make 31 victories. He's got 3 more starts left after this one, so he could get to 27. We'll see how that goes. So the series started out September 16th, 1968 was when the first game took place. And the Strat-o-Matic, or the replay game, was quite an exciting affair. The Tigers rolled to a 5-1 lead after 6 innings. Game seemed well in hand. John Hiller, who had been remarkable as a starter, as a reliever as well, also in the replay, but phenomenal as a starter, was in control of the game. In the 6th, they got their last 2 runs scored on an RBI, 2-out RBI single by Stanley. Might mention that Mickey's also hitting .305, which in 1968 that'll win you a batting title. So we'll see if he continues the hot streak. So Tigers are up 5-1 through 6. In the 7th, catcher for the Yankees, Frank Fernandez, who had pretty good home run opportunities. He accounted for the only run for the Yanks up till then, with a home run in the 5th. Connected in the 7th as well to drive the score at that time to 5-4. Hiller was relieved. The man that came on, John Wyatt, the reliever that came on, gave up a leadoff homer to Mickey Mantle to tie the game. The Tigers rebounded with 2 after the Fernandez homer. In the bottom of the 7th, a 2-run homer by Cash right off the bat. That was off Steve Hamilton. I'll make that. That was Lyndon McDaniels. Anyway, so it was a back and forth affair. At bottom line, New York got an additional 3 in the 8th. That was the leadoff homer by Mantle. A rare error by Dick McAuliffe led to 3 unearned runs, or 2 unearned runs after that tied the ball game. The Yankees pushed across the run in the 10th against Darrell Patterson. a walk, a sacrifice, a fly out, and then a base hit by Charlie Smith, pinch hitting for Mike Ferrero. Drove in run in the top of the 10th. The Tigers came back and tied it in the bottom of the 10th. Leadoff walk to Don Wirt. No, wait, this is Dave Campbell. He came in for an injured Wirt. He walked, stole second. Pinch hitter at that time, Gates Brown in this case, delivered an RBI single to tie the game. Gates was on first when McAuliffe connected for a single to center field, which put runners on first and third. Stanley then hit a fly ball to left field. Roy White was playing left field. He's a +2 as far as his throwing abilities. And Gator's a 1 to 14 chance. So a 1 to 16 chance to score the winning run on a sac fly. And wouldn't you know it, the roll was 17. A fly out double play. Gates is out at the plate. Northup flies out to left to finish the inning. So exciting 10th inning. They go on through the 12th, or scoreless 11th on to the 12th. And in the 12th inning, the Yanks put across the run, salvaging the victory. They see how they went about it. Oh, here we go. With 2 out and Fred Lasher on the mound, Andy Costco connected for a home run that put the Yanks up 9-8 in the bottom of the 12th. The Tigers had Campbell again. This time he singled with 1 out after Eddie Matthews struck out as the pinch hitter to make it 2 out. McAuliffe walked to put the tying run at second, winning run on base, but then Stanley flew out to left field, which was a 1 to 4 or 1 to 3 home run chance on his card, and the roll was a 4. So the way that I play that is that the left fielder actually robbed him of a home run, which was, you know, you could certainly do that in Old Tiger Stadium. And in this case, Roy White, having thrown out Gates at the plate, also salvaged the win by robbing the home run from Stanley. So in the next game, starting pitchers here was Stan Bonson and Joe Sparma. They beat up on Sparma pretty good. The Yankees were up 4-0 after 4. Tigers came back with a single run in the 5th and a home run by Freehan. They got 2 more in the 6th. One of those was a home run by McAuliffe. So the score is now 4-3. Scoreless 7th brought us to the 8th. Scoreless top of the 8th for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the 8th and Cash and Freehan. Freehan, his second homer of the game, hit back-to-back home runs to make the game 5-4. The reliever for the Tigers, Fred Lasher in this case, held on with a perfect 9th to save the victory. John Wyatt got the win. So, with that preambled, there was a rain day on 9/18, which makes this now everybody's all rested up and ready to go. So the bullpens are all reset. The Tigers, as I said, are at 106 and 46 as far as their record. And let's go over the starting lineup for the games first of all. And the Tigers are taking the field right now. Out in the field, Cash is playing first base. Dick McAuliffe is holding down the second base. Eddie Matthews is playing third. The shortstop today is Mickey Stanley. This is just his second start at short. And infamous in 1968, he was taken from center field and played shortstop in the World Series against the Cardinals. Bold move by Mayo Smith. There was a little up in arms over Euler not getting an opportunity, but frankly, in 1968, he was not the regular shortstop. He had more starts at short than most, but Trzaskowski and Maciek shared that duty. And of late, it's been Maciek who's been the shortstop. So it wasn't as though he got totally slighted, but just like in 1968, he's hitting just 144 in the replay. So, and Mickey, as I said, you don't want to take that bat out of the lineup. He's over 300 right now. In left field, this is his 4th start of the season out in left. That's Gates Brown. Center fielder is going to be Jim Northup. Right field goes to Al Kaline. Al's back and right. He's not been playing of late. The history goes that After he broke his arm in 1968 and was out of the lineup for a period of time, the Tigers didn't miss a beat. They just kept on winning. And he felt a little reticent about going back into the lineup, taking somebody out that had already done a great job that year. So they're finding a way, or you can see it's now solidifying to be what the World Series lineup is going to be. And in this game, Al's batting third and playing right field. The catcher today is Jim Price, freehand getting the day off, and on the mound, Denny McLain going for number 24. We'll go over their starting lineup or the batting lineup when they come to bat. The visiting Yankees will send to the plate, leading off and playing second base, Horace Clarke. Batting second and catching is Jake Gibbs. Batting third and playing first base is Mickey Mantle. Also in 1968, this is the game where Mickey served up the meatball to Mantle to allow him to hit the famous home run that put him ahead of, I'm trying to recall who he passed. Might have been Mel Ott on the all-time list there, but Denny served up a home run to him to put him in the record book ahead of him. Denny, of course, denied it. Mickey said that no, that wouldn't happen, but the reality is later on that yeah, it truly was, that you're going to get fastballs right down the middle. Try not to pop it up. Joe Pepitone was playing center field, batting fourth. Bill Robinson is the left fielder, batting fifth. Tom Tresh is the shortstop. He is batting sixth. Andy Costco in right field, batting seventh. John Ferrero, the third baseman, is batting eighth. And as we said, Mel Stottelmyre, the starter, is batting ninth in pitching. So with that, let's get underway. Leadoff batter, as I said, for the New York Yankees, and bear with me here, I've got to dial up my dice roller. I actually have it on the tablet that I'm recording this game with, so dice roller is set. Looks like you can all see what's going on. Lineups are over here, and we are underway. Got Horace Clarke, who's batting left-handed against right-hander Denny McLain. Hang on, I got Mickey on my head, or brain here. 6-2 is the roll, which against the left fielder is a fly ball, right field B. I have noticed that if I were playing ballpark effects and weather effects, Tiger Stadium is one of the stadiums that's affected most by that. And, kind of keeping an eye on what would have and could have happened. In that case, that would have been a home run 1 through 17, I believe, is how right field works for the Tigers. And but I think it's just as tough against them as well, so for and against them. So I don't think anybody's benefiting either way. The roll is 3-8, which against a right-hander on Jake Gibbs' card is a ground out to McAuliffe. Over to Cash, there's 2 out. Mickey Mantle, the batter. As I said, Denny McLain served up a home run in this game in history to put him over the mark. We got a ground ball, second base X. Second baseman is McAuliffe. He's a 10, 7, or a 2 and a 10. 7 is the split, which is a bounce up to second base. So 3 up, 3 down for the Yanks. Outs recorded at first and in right field. A couple assists for McAuliffe at second base. And the Tigers come to bat. Tigers, as I promised, their batting lineup is this. Dick McAuliffe is leading off. Mickey Stanley is at shortstop batting second. Al Kaline is right fielder batting third. Gates Brown is left fielder batting fourth. Norm Cash is the first baseman batting fifth. Jimmy Northrup is center fielder batting sixth. Eddie Matthews, third base, batting seventh. Jim Price, the catcher, batting eighth. And Denny McLain, the pitcher, batting ninth. And I see I put the totals here on the wrong side of the card here, so let me catch up here. Had the Tigers all out in over in that first inning, and it was actually New York that had been retired. So let's see if we can mirror that. If we can get McAuliffe to fly to right. 3-10 is the roll, which is a bounce back to the pitcher. Mel's got it, flips it over to Mickey. There's one away. Mickey Stanley, the batter. Right-hander versus right-hander. 6-5 is the roll, which is a bounce to shortstop. Tom Trish gobbles that up, flips it across the diamond to Mantle, and there 2 away. 2 up, 2 down for the Tigers. Al Kaline, the batter. 4-6 is the roll, which is a walk on Mel's card against right-handers. Tigers get their first base runner here in the first with 2 out. Now bring up Gates Brown. Gator, just like in 1968 in actual baseball, has been a beast. Hitting 350, has 11 homers and just over 140 at-bats. So 1 for 1 every 10 at-bats. We'll see how it rolls. 5-10 is the roll, which is a bounce to shortstop X. Tresh is a 4. 19-4 at shortstop is a ground ball B. He gloves it, flips it over to Horace Clark, covering at second base in time to get Kaline, and the side retires. Similar as the Yankees, no runs, no hits, no errors. In this case, there was 1 left with the walk, and score after 1 is no score. Top of the second, Pepitone, Robinson, and Tresh are due for the Yanks. 2-11 is the roll, which on Pepitone's card is an in-betweener. Again, it's a ballpark effect home run, perhaps, while we're playing that. It's a fly ball to left field. Left fielder Brown comes in, makes the catch. He's not steady Eddie out there in left, but he caught that one. 1 out. Bill Robinson, the batter. 2-9 is the roll, which is a strikeout swing on Bill's card. And Tom Tresh digs in. Tresh is a switch hitter, batting left-handed against right-hander McLain. 5-9 is the roll, which is a strikeout on Denny's card. So McLain strikes out the last 2 batters here in the second. Nothing across for New York. Go to the bottom of the second, no score. Stottelmyre faced Cash, Northrop, and Matthews. Norm's digging in, left-hander versus the right-hander Stottelmyre. 2-11 is the roll, which is a bounce to second base B. Clark has it. On the backhand glove side, flips it across the diamond to Mantle, and there's 1 away. Jimmy Northrop, batter, right-hander versus or left-hander versus the right-hander. 5-11 is the roll, which is fly ball left field X. Left fielder is Robinson. He's a 2. 18-2 out in left is a fly ball C. So Robinson came in and caught that one coming in toward the infield. 2 away. Jimmy going the opposite way against Stottelmyre's fastball. Couldn't catch up with it. And Eddie Matthews. Don Wirt's getting the day off today. Eddie's a left-hander power hitter against Mel. 4-11 is the result, which is a home run 1 through 12. A fly ball right field B. The rest of the way he is end power, so. And the result is a 15, so he backed the right fielder, Costco, against the wall. But Andy pulled it in. Ball just missed the overhang out there in right field in Tiger Stadium. And the side retires. So long out. Ends the second. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Tigers. We go to the top of the third. No score. Right fielder Costco made that fine catch. Now batting. Be Costco, Ferrero, and then Stottelmyre, the pitcher. 2-7 is the roll, which is fly ball center field B. Center fielder Northrop comes in, makes that catch. 1 away. Mike Ferrero digs in. Right-hander versus right-hander. 1-7 is a 1-hopper right back to Denny. McLain has it. Fires it over to Cash. There are 2 out. Mel Stottelmyre, right-handed batter against the right-hander McLain. 5-4 is the result, which is a ground ball to third base X. Matthews is a 4, and he is a 26 as far as his X rating. So 6-26 yields an error. So Eddie Matthews in his first chance boots it. Yankees get their first runner. Horace Clark, the batter, batting left-handed against the right-hander. Switch hitter Clark. 3-8 is the roll, which is the home run 1-2. Fly ball left field B the rest of the way. The split result is a 5, so he backed, in this case, Gates Brown to the fence. But the Gator pulls it in. No worries. No runs, no hits. There was one error. That was the man that was left. Outs were recorded at first, left, center. Assist to Denny. Bottom of the third, no score. As expected, a couple of quality pitchers. We've got a pitcher's duel going on. Stottelmyre will face Price, McLain, and then top of the order McAuliffe. 6-7 is the roll, which is a single 1. Ground ball to third the rest of the way. Split is an 8, so Ferrero gobbles that one up. Crow hops it across the diamond and gets his man. One down, Denny McLain up. Right-hander versus right-hander. 5-7 is the roll, which is a ground ball to Horace Clark, X. He is a 2. 18-2 at second base is an out all day long. Clark to Mantle, 2 away, and McAuliffe will dig in. McAuliffe went 5 for 5 in that first game played in Strat-o-Matic in this series. 5 for 5 with a pair of walks and a home run. Left-hander versus the right-hander. 3-6 is the roll, which puts him on base with a walk. Pitched low and outside. Tick is on. 2 out. McAuliffe is a C stealer. Stottelmyre is a 0 hold. Yeah, Gibbs is -2, so 1-9 chance. He's going to stay put, give Denny or Mickey a chance to drive him in. And sure enough, 2-7 line drive, base hit into left field. Left fielder Robinson charges. He's a -1. McAuliffe will hold at second base, give Al a chance to drive them all in. So runners on first and second, 2 out, and Al Kaline the batter. 5-10 is the roll, which is the bounce to shortstop. X, 16-4 short, is a dribbler that Tresh charges in, makes the play at first, and gets Kaline by a step. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, there were 2 left, and at the end of 3, no score. To the top of the 4th we go. Gibbs, Mantle, and Pepitone for the Yankees. 3-4 is the roll, which is a fly ball left field B. Gator comes in, makes the catch. There's 1 away. Mickey Mantle, the batter, batting left-handed, switch hitter. This is mixed last year. Strike 3 called. I manage strikeouts that have the point of weakness dots after them are strike 3 called, if not the pitcher's point of weakness. So it gives a little variety as to the play of the game. 4-4 is the result, which is a catch X. 4 is the roll, and Price is a 3. So that is a pop to the catcher. Would have been a wild pitch with a runner on base, but no runner on base. It's simply a pop-up. Shucks the mask, makes the catch foul territory down the first base line, and the side retires. Fly ball to left. A couple put-outs at the catcher. Tigers come to bat in the bottom of the 4th. No score. Gates Brown lead things off. 110 is the roll, which on Gates' card is a double 1 through 13, single the rest of the way. 19 is the split, so Gates leads off with a base hit. Brown on first. Cash is the batter. Double play depth for the Yankees infield. 4-7 is the roll, which is a bouncer to second base. Clark gloves it, flips it over to Tresh, but that's all they'll get. Gates came in hard on Tresh, upended him, and they'll only get the front end of that double play. So Cash is now at first with 1 out. Jimmy Northup, the batter. Left-hander. 2-4 is the result. He hits a smash down to Mantle at first. He gloves it, fires it to Tresh for 1. Tresh returns the throw to Mantle. 2 for the price of 1. Side retires. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. There were no runners left on base. We play 4 complete. There's no score. It's going to take a long ball, I think, to break this knotted tie that we've got. Both pitchers on top of their games today. Denny's chasing number 24. Bill Robinson, right-hander, in at the bat. 5-8 is the roll, which is a ground ball second base X. Second baseman is McAuliffe. He's a 2. 19 is the split. Bounce up second base is the result. McAuliffe to Cash. 1 down. Denny McLain against Tom Tresh, batting left-handed, the switch hitter. 5-5 is the roll, which a strikeout swinging is the result. 2 up and 2 down for the Yanks here in the 5th. Andy Costco, the batter. Right-hander versus right-hander. Then he kicks and deals. 4-8 is the result, which is a strike 3 called. Costco stood there like the house beside the road and watched that one go by. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Yanks here in the 5th. Assist to McAuliffe to lead things off. A couple of strikeouts end the inning. So bottom of the 5th. No score. Bottom of the lineup for the Tigers: Matthews, Price, and McLain. Eddie swings and hits a ground ball to Clark. He gloves it, flips at the first, and there's 1 down. Jimmy Price, the batter. 1-5 is the roll, which results in a walk. Price takes a free pass. Down to first base he goes. Denny bunts the ball. 1-1 is the result. That's a bunt base hit. He legs it out for a base hit. 2 men on, 1 man out. McLain bunts for a hit. Dick McAuliffe, the batter. 2 on, 1 man out. Stottelmyre working from the stretch. 5-4 is the result, which is a catch X. Gibbs, I believe, is a 2. No, he's a 3 and a 9 X rating. So 10-2 at catcher. Goes to the X rating. 9-10. It's a ground ball C. So a little dribbler out in front of the plate. Jake's got no play but the first. He throws out McAuliffe at first. The runners advance. So second and third now with 2 out. Stanley, the batter. Houck comes out to talk over strategy, and they agree that they're going to intentionally walk Stanley to load the bases, set up forces all around with 2 out, and take their chances with Al Kaline. Al's not been playing regularly, and Stanley is hitting over 300, so free pass, loads the bases. Al Kaline, the batter. Roll is 2-5, which on Al's card is a triple 1, single 2 through 20. The split is a 1, so against all odds, Al connects with a bases loaded triple. Scoring: Price, McLain, and Stanley out in front of him. Al slides into third with a 2-out, 3-run triple. If we left Stanley at the plate, 2-5 would have been a bounce back to the pitcher. So we're looking in rearview mirrors as far as strategy, but Gates Brown, the batter, man on third with 2 out, 2-10 is the result, which is a ground ball to Mantle. He's got it. He steps on the base, and just one batter too late, they end the inning. But the Tigers get 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors. There was a man left, and the score at the end of now 5 complete is Detroit 3, the Yankees nothing. Top of the 6th we go. Ferrero, Stottelmyre, and Clark are due. Ferrero swings and lofts a fly ball to right field, fairly deep. Right fielder Kaline retreats, makes the catch, 1 away. Next batter, Mel Stottelmyre, right-hander versus right-hander. 3-7 is the roll, which is a bounce to second base. Palace got it. Over to Cash, and there are 2 away. Horace Clark, the batter. Switch hitter. Clark is flown out. First to the right and then to left today. 0 for 2. 4-9 is the result, which against the left-hander is a strikeout swinging against Denny. So 3 up, 3 down for the Yanks here in the 6th. How exciting. Put outs at catcher, first base, and in right field, and assist to second. We have 12, 15, 18 outs, 6 innings played. We're balanced. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers leading 3-0. Cash will lead off. Northup and then Matthews. 3 lefties against Mel. 3-8 is the result, which is a long fly ball, deep right field, way back, that is in the upper deck and right. A home run, a leadoff homer for Norm Cash, and he extends the Tigers' lead to 4-0. Crowd's going wild. They really appreciate Norman, and he's getting some playing time now and making the best of it. Jimmy Northup, the batter. In real time, Stottelmyre would probably knock him on his ass because, doesn't like having balls hit over the wall against him. So Jim gets up, dusts himself off, and then the result is 2-8, which is a line single to center field. And that's going to get the bullpen up for the Yankees. Eddie Matthews steps to the plate. It's been a rough series on the Yankee bullpen. And they have available for today's game, let's see, I'll tell you who's unavailable. Hamilton, the lefty, is not available. And Womack, the right-hander, is not available. McDaniels, the right-hander, is not available. So 3 of the 7 in the pen are not available for today's game. Oh, wait, we had the rain out. Everybody's reset. Everybody's good. So we're going to stick with Mel. Eddie Matthews is the batter. Pitch to Matthews. 1-7 is the roll, which is a ground ball, first base B plus injury. So they get the front end of the double play. Mantle to Tresh. They do not get Matthews, but Matthews legging out that ground out has pulled a muscle, and he will have to lead the game. Because I'm playing it as played replay, meaning the lineups and the different, that's all, the injuries are managed in that, the lineup selection. So, if an injury occurs to a player in a game, he is injured only for that game and for the remainder of that game, is how I play the replay. If the player is truly injured and unable to play, then he's not part of that roster and he doesn't get into the game. So Don Wirt will take over for Matthews. Don was having a day off, eating a hot dog on the bench, but he's going to have to find his glove and get out there and play. So Wirt comes on the pinch run. 2 out. Jimmy Price is the batter. Well, that's 1 out. Jimmy Price is the batter. 1-6 6 is the result, which is a pop-up on the infield. Ferrero and Tresh converge. Tresh takes the ball. There are 2 away. Denny McLain, the batter. Then he swings. He hits a ground ball to second base. Clark flips it over to Tresh. Side retires. But they get one run on 2 hits. No errors. They left a man. Score at the end of 6 complete. Tigers 4. Yankees nothing. And that's not just runs that they haven't gotten either for the Yanks. Jake Gibbs is the batter. Top of the 7th. McLain kicks and deals. 1-5 is the result, which is a triple 1 through 4, single the rest of the way. 11 is the split, so the no-hitter is broken up. Gibbs leads off with a base hit in the top of the 7th. Big round of applause from the Tiger faithful. Done quite a bit at that game, frankly, I would expect, given the time of the year and the fact that they were on their way to clinching. Then he's already won his 30th game. He's going for number 31 now. Mantle steps in. Score is 4-0. Mantle the batter. I don't think he's going to serve up the home run ball this time. Let's see what happens though. 2-6 is the roll, which is a single 1 through 4, ground ball second base B the rest of the way. Split is a 16, so it's a force out at second base. McAuliffe has it, but he has just one play. Flips it to Stanley. Stanley steps on the bag and Gibbs is up. Mantle's on first. Joe Pepitone, the batter. Pepitone's popped to the catcher, flown to left field today. 6-8 is the roll, which is a fly ball center field B. Hit it on the screws and deep, but Northup retreats. Makes the catch. Mantle retreats to first base. 2 out. Man on first. And Bill Robinson, the batter. 1-9 is the roll, which is a triple 1 through 10, double 11 through 20. 1 is the split. We got to make sure we don't have a wild pitch. No wild pitch. So, a triple by Robinson drives in Mantle all the way from first base. Robinson is in ahead of the throw from Northup, relayed through Mantle, or McAuliffe, and the Yankees have scored 1 run here in the 7th with 2 out. A 2-out triple by Bill Robinson. Man on third for Tommy Tresh now. McLain's working from the windup. 2-7 is the roll, which is a strikeout swinging. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. There was a man left. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Tigers lead 4-1. Stottelmyre still in the game. And we go to the top of the Tiger lineup. McAuliffe, Stanley, and Kaline here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-4 is the roll, which is a pop to the catcher. Gibbs makes that catch right at home plate. 1 away. Mickey Stanley, 1 for 2 with an intentional walk, run scored. 4-5 is the roll, which is a fly ball right field. Fairly deep. Costco puts that one in his pocket. There are 2 away. Al Kaline, the batter. He's the batting hero for the Tigers thus far with a bases-loaded triple back in the 5th. 2-9 is the roll, which is the fly ball left field. Fairly short. Left fielder Robinson comes in, makes the catch, side retires. We are now 7 complete. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Tigers. We go to the top of the 8th. Tigers lead 4-1. Try to do a little catch up here. Record those outs from the 7th for the Yankees. 2, 6, and 8 with an assist at second base. Andy Costco digs in. Costco, Ferrero, and then Stottelmyre. Costco swings and lines a base hit to left field. He saw Denny the third time through the lineup. He's now 1 for 3. We're going to get a pinch hitter for Ferrero. The rookie's out. Looks like Roy White's getting a bat. And Bobby Cox will take over at third base. He's getting a glove. So Roy White will come on as a pinch hitter. Bobby Cox will take over at third. Roy steps in, nobody out, man on first. White's batting left against the right-hander McLain. 5-9 is the roll. He strikes him out. Throws that high fastball right on past Roy. Never couldn't catch up with it. 1 out. That brings up the pitcher spot. And Stottelmyre's day is done. Mel went in 7 innings, gave up those 4 runs. Pinch hitter for Mel will be, let's go with Dick Hauser. Or not. Somebody with some on-base percentages here. We're going to go with Rocky Colavito. Former Tiger. Back in the 61 Tigers, Colavito hit 45 home runs. He is pinch hitting today against Denny McLain. Right-hander versus right-hander. As I said, Costco leading off at first. Denny working from the stretch. 1-6 is the roll, which is a ball for Wachtum to Colavito. Rocky's not much of a base runner, 1 to 10 chance. We got a burner on the bases here. Let's go with Steve Whitaker. Steve Whitaker, who used to be the regular right fielder for the Yankees. 68 was the year the pitcher was not very kind to Steve. 117 batting average, 60 at bats with a pair of doubles. His on base percentage 221. But he's going to run today. Whitaker comes on the pinch run. So we got a little speed at second base. We'll go to the top of the order, Horace Clark. Tiger bullpen is now up. And it looks like we've got Patterson and Warden up and throwing. Yep, Patterson and Warden throwing. So then he's got 2 on, 1 out. The Yankees have 2 on, 1 out against Denny. Horace Clark is the batter. Clark has been tough against the Yankees in this series. See what happens. 4-7 is the roll, which on Denny's card is a double 1 through 9, single the rest of the way. It's an 11 split, so it's a two base advance single, double star single. So Costco scores from second base. The pinch hitter Whitaker takes third. RBI single for Horace Clark, and the Yankees closed it now to 4-2. Just 1 man out. Runners on first and third. Gibbs is the batter. And Mayo's going to take Denny out of the game. Denny's a little upset by having to leave the game, but he brought it on himself. John Warden will be the reliever. Warden has been resurrected here. He'd kind of gotten in the doghouse because of his chance for giving up the long ball, but of late he's been money. And he is now the left-handed reliever coming out of the bullpen. Hiller is still a starter, as I said, and he started game 1 of this 3-game series 3 days ago. So then he went 7 1/3, gave up 2, 3, just 4 hits. He walked just the 1 batter, I believe, because we were pretty much perfect up to then. Strikeouts, 7, make that 8. Didn't hit anybody, didn't throw a wild pitch, didn't get a double play because there was nobody on to get a double play with. Did not allow a home run, and he faced 28 batters to get his 22 outs. So that leaves 6 base runners with the error, 4 hits and a walk. That are 6. We're bounced. Gibbs is the batter, and they're going to stay with Gibbs, the left-hander. A few N home runs over on Warden's card against left-handed power. Gibbs is not a left-handed power, but a decent one-column hitter here. And the Tigers, being down or up by 2, are going to go with middle back corner in for the defensive alignment. Here's the roll. 1-6 is the roll, which is a strikeout swinging on Gibbs's card, right in the middle of all those hits. So he threw the fastball right down the middle, and he just did not manage it. Warden gets his man, strikes out Gibbs. Infield can now relax, move back. 2 out, 2 on. Mickey Mantle, the batter. He's batting right-handed against Warden. 1-9 is the roll, which is a chopper to second base. McAuliffe races in, gets it, flips it sidearm over to Cash, and they get their man. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. There were 2 left on base in the 8th. Yankees close the lead, or close the score now to 4-2. Tigers still leading, going to the bottom of the 8th. Outs were recorded at the catcher. Catcher again, and first base. And an assist to McAuliffe. He's been busy. 4-2 is the score. Hometown comes to bat. We pinch it for Mel. We need a pitcher. We got Gates Brown, Norton Cash, and Jim Northrop. 3 lefties coming up. So Steve Barber will come in. Well, let's go with Hamilton. Hamilton has not done well in this series, but he's much better against left-handers than Barber is. So Steve Hamilton will come in. Let's do the line on Mel. He went 7 innings, gave up 2, 4, 6 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned. Walked 1, 2, 3. Walked 3 batters, another intentionally. He did not strike out a man. No hit. Hit by pitches, no wild pitches. He did get that double play there in the 4th. He did allow the home run to Cash, and he faced 30 batters to get his 21 outs. So 9 is the net result. There are 10 batters with a double play, make it 9. We're balanced. Gates Brown will not bat against the left-hander. Gator comes out. And the Tigers are going to go with, they're trying to give Willie the day off, but he's a likely alternative. The only other alternative would be to put Bill Freehan out there, and we certainly don't want to do that. So Willie Horton will bat. He's taken over for Gates and left. Gator had a day. He was 1 for 3. Caught 3 fly balls out and left. So his day is done. He can go have a hot dog. Willie will bat against the left-hander. 6-7 is the roll. Bounce to second base X. Clark is a 2. 16-2. Willie's out at first. Clark to Mantle. Norton Cash to batter. Lefty versus lefty. 2-6 is the roll. 1 hopper right back to Hamilton. He's got it. Trots halfway over to Mantle. Flips it underhand to get Cash, and there's 2 down. Jimmy Northrop the batter. 2 out. Nobody on. Jim's 1 for 3 today. Single and a bounce into a double play. Fly ball to left field the other trip. 6-7 is the roll, which is a bounce to second base X. Clark is a 2, as stated previously. 8 is the result, so we'll go to his X rating, which is 16. 16-9 sounds like an out to me, and sure enough it is. Clark flips it over to Mantle. Side retires. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 0 for the Tigers in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Tigers lead 4-2. The Yankees need some instant runs. Reliever Warden stays in the game. Pepitone is due up. I don't think we have a better choice on the bench for him, though. Frank Fernandez is the long ball hitting catcher. If we get a man on, we're going to try to get him in the lineup. But I don't have anybody on the bench right now that plays center field. Third base, maybe. Well, we're going to keep Pep in. Pep is going to hit against Warden. 6-4 is the roll, which is fly ball center field X. Our center fielder today is Northrop. He's a 2. 10 is the roll, which sounds like we're going to go to his X rating, which we do, and his X rating is an 8. So 3-8 sounds like an error to me, and sure enough, it's a 2-base error by Northrop out in center field. Pepitone is on base. Mickey Stanley that year had 0 errors in center field. So you talk about the way to win pennants is to be strong up the middle. They had catcher Freehand was a 1. Shortstop Euler was a 2. Second base McAuliffe was a 2. Center fielder Mantle or Stanley was a 1. So that's how you win pennants. But auspicious start for the Tigers as the lead runner's on with an error by the right fielder. Or center fielder, excuse me. Bill Robinson, the batter. Warden still in there pitching. Bullpen is up. Looks like we've got Patterson, McMahon going down in the pen. We'll see where this goes. 4-7 is the result, which is a called strike 3 on Bill Robinson. Big out for John Warden. Looks like Mayo's going to stick with him, see if he can't get the save. Tommy Tresh is the batter. Much better hitter against left-handers than right-handers. Better on-base percentage against righties, but better hitter overall against lefties. Warden kicks and deals. 5-8 is the result, which is a chopper to second base X. 9 is the split, which puts it against Collis E rating, which is a 10. 8-10 at second base. That's certainly an out. Yes. So a chopper to second base. McAuliffe flips it over to Cash. They retire Tresh. Pepitone moves to third, and Andy Costco is the last man standing for the Yanks, their last hope. Costco can hit the long ball. He is 1 for 3 today with a run scored after the single. He scored on Clark's RBI single to make it 4-2. Warden working deliberately. Working from the windup with a man on third with 2-run lead. Pitch to Costco. 4-8 is the result, which is a line shot to center field. Triple 1 through 6, single the rest of the way. And a 3 is the split, so Costco blasts the ball out by the center field flagpole. He's not much of a runner, but he lumbers all the way around to third. And we are 4-3, man on third, 2 out, and Bobby Cox is the batter. And Mayo has had enough. He's going to go out and get the ball. John Warden is out of the game. And Tigers are bringing on Darrell Patterson. McMahon is a better strikeout pitcher. But Patterson's been the go-to guy. He's got 22 saves. He started the season with nearly 18 innings of no-run ball. So so they're going to stick with the guy who came to dance with. Warden ended up going 1 1/3. He gave up just the 1 hit. He faced 6 batters. Of those 6, he struck out 2. He is responsible for Costco, who's at 3rd. He would also be an unearned run, and he has given up an unearned run at this point. Bobby Cox digs in. Cox lost his starting job to Ferrero. Cox in 68. 229. See if you can see that. 229. On base percentage was 300. But in the replay, he really didn't do much for the Yanks. But I think he's their best third base option at this point, and best batter of who's left standing on the bench. So Cox will bat, man on third. Patterson trying to nail down this victory. 5-11 is the roll, which is a fly ball right field X. In this case, we got K-line on 1, patrolling right field. 19 is the split. I believe that might be the ball game. It is. Al comes in and makes a running catch, robbing Cox of a can of corn base hit, which I tried to give him anyway on the scorecard because it was just that exciting. Fly to right, and the game is over. 1 run, 1 hit. There was an error. They left that man on base, and the final is 4-3. Yankees scored 3 runs on just 5 hits, and they committed no errors today. 3-5-0 for the Yanks. The Tigers scored 4 runs on 6 hits, just 6 hits. Big hit being that bases loaded triple by K-line, and they committed 2 errors. 4-6-2. 3-5-0. Tigers won game 107 of the year and have written their way to World Series. Thank you all for watching. Exciting ball game, exciting climax there in the 9th. Costco's triple making things interesting. Patterson gets the save. The win goes to McLain. The loss ends up on Stottelmyre's back. Got a different picture, didn't I? No, just Hamilton. All right. So that game is over. Hope you enjoyed it. And as I see pitching matchups, I'll record more. And certainly as we get to the World Series, we'll replay the 1968 World Series with the Cardinals. Thank you again. Bye now.